Daedara celebration?
No.
Okay, just wait. I'll do it on the first cap.
Alright, man. Hey everyone, we're here live, bringing not ELTP, CLTP on this hype map called Market by TP1S. Look at it. Look at it. On the blue team, we have Dalek, who's playing as Lipsy, Epiphany, Q42, and Acheron. On the red team, we have Yank, Milksteak, Sherikon? The server's lagging like hell. Maybe, oh, there we go.
Got a real exciting match for you here.
Oh, my bad, I'm out of character. Oh, and that's a great return there by the blue team. Acheron! He's done it! Let's see what Lipsy can do here with the boost. Oh, Q42 with the grab! He's coming in! He's past 3! He could get the cap! He's done it! Oh, he's done it! The defense there was stretched out!
Just pulling them apart, picking them easy pickings. Both teams out here.
K42 using his jukes like a shark needing a dentist. It's just he's done it. Look at all the go. He gets returned. What an absolute stunner of a boost. K42! Ah, he's coming in. He could have done it.
Could it be?
Epiphany! Epiphany! Yank with the grab, and he is going to be out. Oh, Acheron!
Epiphany hits the corners.
Lipsy getting the return. Acheron coming in, and that's a return.
Q42 looking for the return.
And it's not coming.
Oh,
He's
Lipsy,
quite grim there. Oh, the blocks are there. Can Acheron beat out the OD? Oh, Milksteak with the fantastic grab. Milksteak coming out. He's ahead at 4. This could have been a cap, but his team just did not complete. It's like failing an algebra test and blaming your teacher for not studying for you. Quite grim. Oh, Sphere! Oh, get sniped by... Oh my god, and that's...
they've done it!
They've done it! They're going back to group! We are going into an intermission. How?
Fiddlesticks!
Oh, gee willikers. On the blue team, we have Dalek 23. And on the red team, we have the young Milksteak.
An exciting matchup. One for the ages.
One for the ages. It looks like we're going back to Centra.
It looks like we're going to be switching maps up here.
Some would say that that map, that market map, is like shopping for razor blades. You could do it in a, you could do it in the store, but Dollar Shave Club brings it to you for as low as $1 a month. Sign up now at Dollar Shave Club /Eggo for 5% off.
I definitely don't get a cut of the sales.
I do, however. So it looks like we're going to be restarting the half. I don't know what map they're going to do. I guess they're doing a random map, it looks like. I'm not sure who Sherikon is, but he's absolutely brilliant. Eggo, do you know this young lad?
Who?
The Cher. It looks to be. Oh, it's the young space tiger. That's who it is.
Oh, Sherikon, of course.
How could we forget? Very, very excellent young lad. Speaking of young lads, we got the young Acheron. Little rumor going around is his catchphrase is, "Oh, dang nabbit!"
Acheron here, braver than a matador in a pink tutu.
Oh man, that is pretty brave. That is pretty brave. Yeah, oh man. Oh man. You know, the young Dalek 23. Oh, it looks like we're starting. We're on the map Del This map is made by Fly. It's one thing, that we don't know, and that you might not know, Eggo, is that, these players, all these players, were onto this one quicker than a jackrabbit on a hot date. That is beyond world class.
Oh, they let him grab. Done their Exxon impersonation and spilled it.
Oh, Q42! Look at
Circles
it!
back.
He sees Q42 sees Lays, turns the ceramic brakes on, and turns like a Ferrari. And that's a cat!
Yeah! Woo-hoo! That celebration noise brought to you by Daydara. Shout out to Daydara. Spaceballs, Novice, Season 3 and 4.
The young Dalek on defense. He's a one-man battleship. Where's his critics now?
The medicine man, no less, provides poison down the throat of the blue team.
Oh, with that cap, Space Tiger set the bar so high, I think he'll be in the Olympics for the US at the pole vault, and he'll win it.
Red team again, they've caught it. They've caught the Space Tiger. He's coming in. Blue team, they've done their Exxon impersonation and spilled it. Oh.
Oh man, there's an excellent juke there from Lays. He's got no jukes, and it doesn't matter because the finish of that juke was so beautiful. But he doesn't trust his jukes.
Milksteak would have gotten past Dalek there with half a dozen blindfolds on. The milkman just makes an. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting some.
You're getting out of here.
The milkman absolutely makes a big soup sandwich out of this. Absolutely pathetic finishing.
Oh man, you can tell that Milksteak's got the Dalek disease. He's returning left and right, and Space Tiger comes in for the cap.
Like a happily married couple, Space Tiger washes and Yank cleans. Tries. Acheron's down arrow is like a big hypodermic needle. I didn't know what that one means. Oh, he's done it!
He's coming in! Acheron's coming in! And the blocks were there! Oh my god! You know, we saw the lineups tonight, and we were gonna think that it was more of a certain stroll in the park for Blue Team, Dalek's team, that is, or for Milksteak's team, that is, and it turned into Nightmare on Elm Street. Have you ever talked to Milksteak, Eggo? I don't know if you're familiar. He can make an onion cry. Oh my god! Yank with the snipe! He's got a better radar than a Nautilus submarine with that shot!
Where the insane becomes the routine with this man. He is nothing less than a ball whisperer.
You know, God created all men equally, But Dalek23 makes you really question if that's really true. Oh man, look at that return from Dalek. The gods around Tag Pro Heaven are looking down and saying, it doesn't get any better than that.
It's just an easy kiss home with the slickness of his gel.
And Space Tiger with the return. Millstake can't get the return. And he's done it! He's done it, lad! Epiphany can't get it!
Oh.
Millstake is a one-man wrecking mission. It's Metallic! You know, Dog's played over 40 games in MLTP, so he's not exactly cornflakes, but you just expected a lot more.
Stretching his fingernails. A wonderful save.
Ooh, and look at the place. Q42 has a tag pro lead. He's coming in. Young Dalek23 gets the block. Oh, and that's a cap. They have done it.
It's a lovely word. Simple and complicated at the same time.
Oh!
The team is playing. You know, I've only got one complaint, and it's got to be the map. Conditions, man. Listen, it's like asking Tiger Woods to putt on a cabbage patch.
Oh. You know, I would never ask Tiger Woods to putt on a cabbage patch. You know what I would ask Tiger Woods, though? I'd ask him if he feels like he's ever been in the Temple of Doom halfway through a match. It's just, they're doing the whole job correctly, but the blue team and the red team are both finding themselves at an uneven match. It's just not looking great for them.
An eruption of just solar proportions from Q42.
You know, the back line from Dalek is usually rock sure, but tonight, there's been an almighty monkey thrown into the wrench. They have taken the lead. An eruption of just solar proportions from Dalek23.
Red team's variation on string theory. They string it together all right. Now, Dalek, this man is like a T-Rex with hemorrhoids.
Oh, Epiphany with the return! No need to gild the lily when it's been delivered by the botanical boost from Epiphany! What a snipe! What a save! Wow! Oh man. You know what they say about this game, Eggo? It's the most brilliant game in the world. And just world-class play here from the Dalek23. Epiphany.
And they really made an escargot dinner out of that one.
Ah, they've done it! He's done it!
He's done it!
This man. Oh man.
Oh!
Dalek23! You don't pull near anything magic out of a clown's hat as Dalek does with the flag! You know, with that most recent play by Dalek, it has me thinking, My great-great-grandmother could have put that one in her rocking chair.
You know, it's like blasphemy criticizing Dalek 23 because it takes 1,000 Steinways to reproduce one note of his.
You know, I think it's his beard. You gotta shave the thing off. It's all putting his bounds out of whack. And that's the game, everyone. The young Dalek 23 team has taken it away 5-4 as we come to a close.
Away with 22 tags. That's just huge from him.
Her.
Her.
Let's please be politically correct.
Them.
You know, did my bloodshot eyes deceive me, Eggo? Dalek 23 making an absolute red baboon's backside of the red team.
You know, blue team just falling apart like a 10-year-old block of cheese now. Don't be sexist, Dodds.
I'm trying.
Hate that.
It's blasphemy criticizing Dalek like that, because it takes thousands of Stanrays to reproduce one of his notes. You know, that was a beautiful game right there. And unfortunately for the young lad that comes alive, the young milk steak, it was a beautiful first touch, a first play. But you know what they say, he just couldn't finish the dagger.
But if you look at the height that he gets on it to get it over the wall, and the accuracy, the curvaceousness is better than Dolly Parton.
You know, the red team has really been as harmless as Tweety Bird. I don't know if they could have really kept it up that game. Or the blue team, rather.
Blue team, they're crying tears the size of pineapple chunks.
You know, the defensive pairing of Dalek 23 and Epiphany. Dalek 23 skips in the light fandango, does cartwheels around the floor, while Epiphany comes in. She's like the Ming the Merciless. Ruthless.
You know, blue team was an absolute spectator with their slippers on, sitting in their rocking chair.
You could have said it was a bad finish. It's like having a second bite like Mike Tyson. That was, you know, we forgot to talk about the offense there. You know, this is just pure trailblazing power hits coming out of Acheron. There ain't much about him, but there ain't much about a barrel of TNT either.
Get the link.
We need the link. We gotta stream the young lads' games. I'm on solo commentary right now. I'd just like to thank everyone for coming up and participating in the young CLTP live stream. I've got my partner, Eggo the Waffle. You know, Eggo, laughing so hard, he's been crying tears the size of pineapple chunks. Whew. It's been a great night, and it can only get better. We're here. We're doing well. And hopefully we can get a link from the young Dalek to see what we can do in this next game. You know, Dalek's offensive Acheron and K42, they're just as merciless as Henry the Eighth rather. They just launch into this counterattack, and it's off with their heads. Oh, and it looks like we have a link. Thank you, Eggo, for the link.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Will we see lag coming out of this server? We've been having some troubles on the server earlier today, and we are going back to it to see if we can play on the Young Market map. I think there's some bias here though, because the map creator TP1S is in the game.
You know, trying to play on this server after that lag, These players, they're braver than a bullfighter with no knickers on.
Oh, that's really brave. So, for anyone that doesn't know what a truthany bit is, it's an English coin that has 12 sides to it. Just like to point that out to everyone. You know, some people say, Eggo, that they're trying to get around their head around the truthany bit. A 3-penny bit shouldn't have 3 sides? Well, no, sir, it's English. Chameleon Eyes ain't never gonna miss them. He could keep those big kaleidoscopic eyes closed and he could finish that one off.
We're really gonna get a treat in this one watching M&P. His attacking prowess, it's sharper than a Belgian waffle.
A Belgian waffle. That is buttered on both sides. We're starting to get in the game now. We have the young 2P1S versus the young Dalek 23. And let's get into the game.
Here it comes.
This is a fantastic game going at us. You know, how do you feel about these teams, Eggo? I really think the young Dalek 23 Epiphany defense is going to seal the deal.
Looking at this red team, I just think they look shakier than a giraffe with 3 legs.
Their team has absolutely magnificent, inorgastic proportions. I'm telling you, people, that was hot. Their team is hotter than Jessica Rabbit. Huh.
Little bit of a stalemate here. Acheron going for the boost.
And that defense, what a grab by Acheron there. MNP back on defense though.
But second skin as cool as a salmon sandwich in the refrigerator.
You know, Lady Lucky was flustering her big eyelashes at Acheron there with that joke.
Oh,
how unfortunate.
Q42. Oh.
He really stuck his fingers down the throat with that grab. MMP really sticking the dagger.
Damn that spawn! Damn it all to hell!
That's quite grim. Everyone knows that is unbearable. We said it once, and we'll say it again. Dalek and Epiphany, they need each other like a shark needs a dentist. Absolute defense prowess, and that's a grab! Oh.
You wanna wake some people up?
You know, the young Q42, a matador. Just look at him, so languid. Look at him walking. He's like a big, beautiful zombie. Reliquel, like a big, beautiful zombie. He just strolls around like this. Like smoke off a cigarette, you know. And then he jumps out of nowhere and just draws your blood. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Oh, MNP with the boost and grab. And Dalek 23 getting the return. Acheron with the boost. Ah. He's just drawing each other closer. He can, just like a shark, he can smell a cap a mile away. Q42 the man.
Skin really stuck his fingers down his throat with that grab.
Oh. You know, Eggo, that Epiphany. You could follow Epiphany into a revolving door, and she'd still come out first. Hey, You know, Q42, the magnificent offender, he disperses his atoms on one side of the defenders and puts them back on the other. You know, Dog 23, they say he's like a Jedi Knight. You know, scratch that. He's like a Templar Knight. Oh.
You know, Acheron, magical feat, hunger. They pay him a king's ransom, his third overall pick. It means nothing. Once he's out on the field with the ball, he's a young boy again.
Suarez, sweet as a nut.
He's sweet as a nut.
As lively as a cheerleader on a trampoline. Brilliant! Cranked it in, and there's the goal from Pedro. Oh man, is there going to be some loving
Damn
going
it
on
all to
tonight?
hell.
And the bedrooms of Madrid.
Oh, Acheron!
Ah! That's...
This guy, he's like a T-Rex with hemorrhoids!
Eggo, click on the link I sent you. Go to it and click Scream 6.
Heartbreak turns into sheer delight, orgasmic jubilation.
Ah! He's done it again.
Magic! Super Mario, that's amore. Stroking their big white beards and saying "Vámonos muchachos." Lucio.
He screams. I can't even come close.
It's
Let's see
Kyoji.
him coming in.
Ah!
Awaiting the whistle, Fernandez. Let's Betamax. They do not make them like him anymore. Dirk sees his angle. Dirk sees the net. Dirk sees this
Hope they
goal
grab
today.
two, but they're both rolling.
He gets his angles better than Isosceles. Magnifico! Extraordinario!
Absolutely astonishing.
The Crouchosaurus strikes again!
The Grouchosaurus strikes again.
Brilliant! Cracked it in! And there's the goal from Pedro! Magic!
Yeah. This defensive Acheron and Epiphany truly is lively as a cheerleader on a trampoline.
It's astonishing, jaw-dropping genius.
Astonishing, jaw-dropping genius! Merciless, like Kathy Bates with that sledgehammer in that movie. Remember that misery? Hang him! Hang him! Excuse me for being excited, people!
Excuse me for being excited.
So we'll wake up a catatonic! Like Oliver Twist, he wants more. He just never says, please, sir. He just takes it.
You know, I go, he's like Oliver Twist. He doesn't ask please more. He just takes it.
Magisterial! Orgasmic passing is perfection!
This play out of blue team, it's pure genius, is what it is.
It's as electrifying as a toaster in a bathtub.
Awaiting the whistle, Fernandez.
He's done it again!
Do it. For Messi. He's in. Diaz inside. Messi. It's off the post and cleared.
He nutmegged the mermaid there.
Sweet as a knot.
And he's off like a prom dress. You know, it's just been magic from Dalek. He doesn't pull rabbits out of his hat. He pulls out big, beautiful peacocks.
Merciless, like Kathy Bates in that movie with that sledgehammer. Remember that?
I remember that. Did you know, comparing Dalek 23 to MNP is like comparing Mozart to a banjo player.
3, 2,
And that is gonna do it for this game. 11-2, Dalek 23 with 4 caps of his own and 14 returns. Epiphany with a solid 30. Absolutely catastrophic defense there. Absolutely wonderful.
Epiphany with 30 returns, Acheron with 29.
Wow.
Look out! Look out!
It's just amazing. That was a brilliant, almost a 1/10 game. They should have been looking for a mercy roll because this is just like backyard baseball.
It's perfection.
If Isaac Newton was watching that game, boy, he'd be saying, I was wrong.
Is that it? What does it even mean?
I don't know. You know, they say Dalek 23 has a smile that will light up the stars and eclipse the sun. At that game, Dalek's offense was more sparky than a down power line.
He had his angles better than isosceles.
Placement of the pass down to a pixel from Dalek. He's just as smooth as the back of a spoon. Do we have a link, Eggo, for this next game?
It's the same link. They've
That-
come to do it again.
This is brilliant. Hey, Sunchips is here. Welcome the young Sunchips to the stream, everyone.
You know, this player, Sunchips, he's braver than a matador
Wait.
in high heels
Ah!
and a pink tutu.
Tutu, you mean? We're also here with the young MNP. He's as elusive as an eel covered in Vaseline.
It's perfection.
You just can't pick 2P up. It's like trying to pick up water.
Magic.
Dude, Eggo. Why you not play?
You're on stream now, Captain.
Captain
Crunch.
Crunchy has a nanosecond and produces a terabyte of skill.
Why hello there, young lads. How you going?
We're back in the game here as the young Dalek 23 takes on the young Curry for 3 in an epic rivalry of Western captaincy. We're gonna get this one started for you.
Here we watch Officer Dan play, and let me tell you, he's like a T-Rex with hemorrhoids.
Every time I see the young Curry for 3 play, it's like he was waiting for a cap, like a hungry vulture. MNP's in the room with us, and you know, his jukes are like Han Solo navigating through a meteor storm. Just absolutely magnificent.
What?
Hey, Ironball here, in stream with us, and he's as cool as a blast down your shorts.
It wasn't working, and those whiskers were throwing him way out of whack.
You know, A-Pop has decided to join us, and as a defender, you could say, "Oh my God,
Oh dear.
dear
He
me,
missed it. He missed
dear
it.
me, Dalek and Epiphany were the two defenders that have gone missing."
Eruption of just solar proportions from Q42.
The red defense has gone missing in the Bermuda Triangle again. You know, this play coming at you from the young Curve for 3. That is top class, top draw, blue ribbon. It's the cat's whiskers.
Q42's gonna have a grab.
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't allow Americans in this stream.
Sorry.
Dalek takes the re-grab, and he's off like a prom dress.
You know, Epiphany getting that power up. She can keep her bounce. She could keep her bounce running alongside a razor blade. You know, playing against the young Dalek 23 is like playing poker with a witch. You're gonna lose. And look at that cat from Q42! Dalek with the re-grab! This is magnificent! Q42 is unpredictable as a wasp. You know, with the angle that Q42 takes on all his jukes, he will teach Pythagoras and Euclid about angles.
You know, the red team here
Euclid.
finding themselves in the Temple of Doom near the half, and it's Officer Dan that I'm looking for to play the role of Indiana Jones.
Ah! A magnificent play there from Q42! You could say that Subglacius was offside. Well, the flag made him offsides. You know, Q42, he could drop his pint of beer into the shot glass 2 bars away. It's magnificent. And Dalek 23 with the grab. He's not going to get anything. Q42 here with the flag. And he do something. He's going to beat the young Curry for 3. Almost getting a dubstep there. Oh.
Let me tell you, watching Curry play here, he could make an onion cry.
I've played with him and he's made me cry. I could see it happen. Oh man, what a glitter of a juke there from Q42. That rolling bomb was used at perfection. Off.
It's perfection.
You know, Q42, he turns the defenders into nothing else than garden gnomes, and then he unleashes hell. You know, some people say that Dalek's offensive skill is gone missing, like the kids in the Blair Witch Project. But I tell them, have you seen him lately? His jukes are magnificent. And you know, the red defense of Gramps and Officer Dan, they're getting as nervous as a Greek banker right now. Coming in at the halfway mark, they better play out of their mind. A magnificent juke there from Q42.
Oh! Magisterio from the X-Men, and of course, the Automaton. Opposite Dan.
You know, Officer Dan here. He gets his air out and he's gonna slingshot it home. Unfortunately, he's missed the target.
You know, watching Dalek here, it's where the insane becomes the routine with this man. He is nothing less than a ball whisperer.
Oh, I'm carry for 3! That cap is... Every time he caps, he produces a 14-carat ingot of gold.
Ta-ta-ta.
You know, Subglacius, he's like a ghost. Some people call him a ghost. Oh, and we're lagging out! But back to the point, Subglacius is like a ghost. He'll come out of the fog and touch the end softer than the belly of a slug. You know, Dalek, he's the atom. The rest of the players are just electrons. And I'm not being negative.
So many layers to that one.
You know, on the periodic table of elements, there's a lot of layers.
Like
And you
a
know-
happily married couple.
And you know, Eggo, you know what makes a perfect proton is 8 electrons. And that, you know how many players playing Tag Pro? 8. And that's why this game is a perfect bond. Chemically balancing the equation, Lipsy, aka Dog23, gets the return. It's magnificent. Ah! That was incredible!
It's magnificent.
Oh man. You know, with that last play, Curry's team has been looking sharper than a porcupine's backside in practice.
You know, ever since that 2-0 lead, this blue team has been looking more unstable than a 3-legged giraffe.
And Messi and Curry with the cap, just as consistent as the North Star, and twice as radioactive. You know, without...
We saw the lineups. It seemed an even more certain stroll in the park for Red Team, and it turned into a nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, and Epiphany coming in for the cap! Without
Please,
Epiphany and Dalek on defense, their defense would look like a fish up a tree. You know what they say about Dalek? He doesn't look for boost lanes, he invents them. And Subglacius coming in for a cap. Absolutely magnificent.
You know, Red Team again, they're catching the subglacious disease.
You know, Kai's team roars out traps, and Dalek's team falls like an ironing board. It's not looking good. We're coming down to the last 30 seconds of the game. Oh.
Ow!
Whew, you know what they say, Eggo.
I do.
You do. They go. All the tag pro players go in with the buzzer flying, and the pops are glinting all the time.
Oh, they've done it!
And K for 3, is that the victory? K for 3 wins the tournament with an absolute magnificent play coming out of K for 3 and the rest of his team. You know, I hate to be the losing team there. I don't remember the scores. But we know that Curry's team won. And that's all that matters. Like a hot knife through butter, Curry sliced through the defenders. And he just got through.
He was a defender.
You know, he had more caps than his defenders. Like a hot knife through butter.
I'm gonna be expecting this for every game you stream from here on out.
Exactly.
That was awesome.
The belief in that Curry team is monumental.
I was fucking dying. I'm pretty sure I woke up my girlfriend, but that's okay.
You know, they say you're like a Chinese firecracker going off there. You just never stop. You know, Eggo, did you manage to get a word from the coach, the captain, Curry for 3?
All I heard when I was in there was, "Look out! Look out! Look out!"
'Cause I know, from my time talking to Curry for 3, he sent out his team with a twinkle in the eye.
You know, that Curry, he's as lively as a cheerleader on a trampoline.
Yeah. That's amazing. They go up and down. Normally people don't like the up and down mood swings, but with that cheerleader, it's just fantastic.
It's just magisterial.
You know, it looked like from the get-go that Dalek 23's team was off like a prom dress. But you know, Kai's team came in and said no.
You know, that opposite Dan, sweet.
Did you guys
as
actually
nuts.
stream?
Yes, sir, we streamed the game live. Lady Luck was flashing her eyes at you, Officer Dan, and she said that she fancied you. She fancied you.
She showed me her tits by lifting up the bottom of her skirt.
We're
Oh,
still on screen.
yes, we are.
It was a cracking match.
You know, Officer Dan, it was shown that you had no mercy in your intentions. Was it true? Was that the absolute goal from you? No mercy.
Right, well, before he was talking about my mum, so I said he was a wanker and I was going to knock him.
That's not cool.
I think that's what I did.
That's just amazing. I'm glad you did that. It's like there was the usual lineup for your team, with the demon left out. It's absolutely fantastic. And as always, Dan, you were the first man to push the first domino, and I congratulate you. Congratulations on your win, and good luck in the future. This has been dodsfall, and I'm signing out on behalf of Eggo, my partner. Good night, everyone.